All right, news in detail now. Top Indian doubles shuttlers Satvik Sairaj Ranki-Reddy and Chirag Shetty on Monday handed a favourable draw and are expected to reach the quarterfinals without breaking any sweat. The doubles teams are divided into 4 groups with 2 from each group qualifying for the last 8 stage. The top 2 pairs will qualify for the quarterfinals where a draw will be held to decide the lineup for the knockouts. And after the draw, Chief Coach Pulela Gopichand said, and I quote him, this is what he said, "I think it is a decent draw for them. They have avoided tough teams at the group stage. If they do well at the group stage, they may get an easier opponent in the quarterfinals as well," unquote. And ahead of the upcoming Paris Olympics 2024, Indian star cricketer Virat Kohli has urged the nation to get behind its Olympic-bound contingent, asking the fans to join him in supporting the athletes as they inch closer to the podium with dogged determination in the quadrennial showpiece starting July 26th. In a video post on X featuring some Paris-bound athletes like javelin thrower Neeraj Chopra and boxing hope Nishan Dev, Kohli said it is time for India to be recognized as a global sporting powerhouse.
India, Bharat, Hindustan. There was a time when the world could only think of India as a land of snake charmers and elephants. Over time, that has changed. Today, we are known to the world as the largest democracy, a global tech hub. We're known for cricket, for Bollywood, for startup unicorns, and as the fastest growing economy in the world. So what is the next big thing for this great nation? Well, that'll be more gold, more silver, and more bronze. Our brothers and sisters are headed to Paris, hungry for medals. 1 billion of us will be watching them, nervous and excited, as our athletes set foot in the tracks and fields and courts and rings. Every neighborhood, every corner of India will hear a chorus of voices chanting, "India, India, India." Join me in remembering their faces as they inch closer to the podium with the dogged determination of waving the Tiranga with pride.
And French authorities are running against time to clean the Seine River in Paris and ensure that the water is fit for swimming of Olympic athletes. Paris authorities said they were confident the Olympic triathlon and open water swimming events could be held in the Seine. Water distributors in Paris are testing the water daily in various locations to ensure its quality by looking for fecal bacteria. About 60 city workers are also patrolling the river banks in search of sewage leaks or other instances of wastewater reaching the river.
Since we have had much more favorable weather conditions in July, we have actually had a very satisfactory number of days every week in terms of swimming quality. So we are pretty confident. The conditions nevertheless remain a challenge since the flow of the Seine is very significant, 3 or 4 times greater than the norms on this season. So this also has an impact.
And now with 10 days to go for the Paris Olympics, here are interesting facts about the marquee event. Though the opening ceremony will take place on 26 July, but the sporting action begins on 24th with pool matches in football, rugby sevens, handball and archery. Our report.
As the world braces for sporting extravaganza, here are some interesting facts about the Paris Olympics, ranging from its opening ceremony, mascot, addition of new sports, prize money and more. The opening ceremony will be held on 26 July, but the sporting action begins on 24 July with pool matches in football, rugby sevens, handball and archery. The opening ceremony will take place along the River Seine. The first medals will be awarded on July 27. The competition will conclude on 11 August with the closing ceremony. There are 329 gold medal events. The first medal of the games will be in shooting on July 27. The final medal will be awarded in women's basketball on 11th August. The only new sport for the 2024 Olympics is breaking. It is a style of dance that originated in New York during the 1970s but has evolved to become a competitive sport. Kayak cross will also make its debut. 4 athletes in each heat race will compete against each other. In sailing, 2 kite events have been added, and in artistic swimming, men are included for the first time in Olympic history, and team acrobatic routine round will make its debut. Baseball, softball and karate featured in Tokyo Olympics, but they have been dropped. There is change in format for sport climbing. There will be a combined medal for lead in bouldering and a separate medal event for speed climbing. The Olympic mascot is Phrygian. The name is based on the traditional small Phrygian hats. The Olympic and Paralympic mascots are shaped on it. It is a symbol of freedom through French history. The motto of the mascots is "Alone we go faster, but together we go further." World Athletics has announced a total prize pot of $2.4 million, with gold medalists receiving $50,000. Paris joins London as the only cities to host the Olympics 3 times. The Games were held in Paris in 1900, 1924 and now in 2024, while London hosted the Games in 1908, 1948 and 2012. Pratik Narayan Singh reports for DD India.
And the Olympic torch relay travelled around Paris on Monday, visiting some of the key landmarks, including the Champs-Élysées, Arc de Triomphe, Moulin Rouge and Roland Garros. The Olympic flame arrived in Paris on Sunday after almost 2 months of zigzagging through France and French overseas territories. The relay will culminate with the lighting of the cauldron in Paris during the opening ceremonies of the Paris Games. Paris Olympics are right on the edge and set to be held from July 26th to August 11th.